Hey, what's up everyone? Tedrick85 here, and today I'm going to be talking about Ski or Die for the NES. To be honest, I had another game in mind to review, but with the Sochi Olympics currently in progress, I decided to cover this one instead. And I'm really happy to do so, because this is a really fun winter-based game. Okay, we are now ready to play some Ski or Die. And you find yourself in Rodney's ski shop to begin with. You move your cursor around with the D-pad. Jeepers creepers. That's another thing. You move the cursor around, and he says a lot of quirky stuff. He talks about his appetite. He talks about his hairdo. Talks about snowboards. You can also check out the high score as well as the competing board here. But I'm not going to be competing on here. I'm going to be practicing. First event I want to cover is Aqua Aerials, which you gotta admit sounds a lot better than Hot Dog Aerials that was in the Winter Games NES game. The object here is not only to jump high up into the air, but to also do a lot of tricks, which you can do by simply pushing the D-pad around. Of course, it also helps when you try to land, which here I do a good job at. Oh, and you gotta love the judges here. Here's Chevy Chase, Jason Priestley, Keanu Reeves from Bill and Ted, Mr. Jameson from Spider-Man, and Rodney Dangerfield. Isn't that awesome? And I gotta tell you, these judges get absolutely no respect whatsoever. Now, I gotta be honest, whenever I did this review when I was playing this event, I was playing with a faulty controller, so that's why my scores were so low in that. But then again, the judges aren't real lenient when it comes to this, so if you're playing this with a good controller and you get low scores, don't fret because they're pretty stingy when it comes to high scores. Especially Mr. Jameson as well as Jason Priestley. They like to score you low a lot of times, and I don't really know why, but the Chevy Chase one seems to be the most lenient with you. I don't know if it's because I don't know what the story is with that, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, the next event I'm going to be covering is the Downhill Blitz, which I like to call the signature game of Ski or Die. Why you fall from the sky onto the top of a mountain is beyond me. But anyway, you can choose from either regular foot or goofy foot. I would strongly suggest regular foot because goofy foot sucks. The controls are kinda goofy to start off with, but once you get used to them, they're not too bad. If you want to move your skier right, you have to push right. If you want to move him left, you have to push him to left. In other words, to his right, you push left, and to his left, you push right. It's kind of backwards, but like I said, once you get used to them, they're not too bad. And of course, if you want to accelerate, you just push down. There is one awesome thing, well actually two awesome things I love about this event. Here's the first one. Whee! You just jump over the house. And then watch this. Whoa! How many skiing games do you know where you can jump over a house and a bridge at the same time? Isn't that awesome? And here I just keep on jumping up over these bumps. Which, by the way, in order to jump, you just simply push the A button. Now the thing about this game is that you kind of have to be cautious, but you kind of have to be fast at the same time because you are timed on this. And if you take too long at this, you're going to get a bad score, and therefore you pretty much fail in that. But this is a pretty fun game, and it's like I said before, you gotta get used to the controls in that. But once you got them down packed, it's not really that hard of a game. Like right here, I really didn't do too well, but I was just playing this for the sake of reviewing this, so I don't really care either way. Oh, and before I forget, in order to navigate across the board here, all you have to do is point your skier towards an event that you want to go to and just simply push A. Now here's the inner tube thrash, which, to be honest, I think is the least best game on this thing, and I'm going to tell you why here in a moment. Here the object is that you have to race against Lester down this hill on an inner tube. And I gotta admit, Lester plays really dirty here, so you have to watch out for him. Every time you go near him, he will try to poke your inner tube with a fork. So, if I were you, I'd try to get some distance in between yourself and him, and try to go as fast as you can down the hill. Though, I've noticed that if you push down on your D-pad, it really doesn't make you go any faster. Oh, and you gotta watch out for hazards on the course too, like those traps there, and there's also mouse traps there that you gotta watch out for. See, I've never really been this good in this game, so I'm kind of sucking right now, but see right there, Lester played real dirty with me, and he forked me. But here, then there's stupid me running into another tube again, or another trap rather. I strongly recommend getting the pumps here. They make it go faster, at least for me it goes faster. Which helps because, once again, Lester try everything in his power to try to fork you. Oh, here's the thing that I absolutely hate about this game. When Lester wipes out, the game freezes and you cannot move until he gets back on the course. How stupid is that? Imagine if you're playing Mario Kart and you knock your opponent into the lava or the abyss or in the water. Does the game freeze until the opponent gets on the course? No, you just keep on racing, as do the opponents when you wipe out. So why is it in this game? And that's what, for me, ruins this event for me. There is no reason that they had to do that. It's just simply not fair. If Lester wipes out, you should simply be able to continue racing and not have to wait for him. And see that, look, he just won right there, which I don't think is right, but oh well. After all, it is just a game, so I'm not going to complain too much. Oh well, the next event here is the Snowboard halfpipe. Now this is a pretty fun game. I consider this my second favorite event. Actually tied for second favorite behind Downhill Blitz. Oh, the first thing you have to know about this game is it's a really annoying commentator. Well, don't pay attention to him, but the object of this game is to do tricks by going back and forth in a halfpipe, while at the same time trying to go as fast as you can without running to either logs or any obstacles. See right there, I just ran into a log. And you see the commentator down there making some smart alecky remark about it. But yeah, you have to avoid the logs and any sticks that at first I thought were rabbits, but oh, and it also helps if you stick your landing once you try to do a trick. That always helps too. Now you get extra points by collecting penguins on the bottom of the halfpipe. Why there are penguins in the bottom of the halfpipe, I have no clue, but they'll help you get points. And as far as this event is concerned, any bit of points help. Ooh! Oh, that was nasty. I do have to admit that. Anyway, the object, you get points not only by how fast you go, but how well you do the tricks on this halfpipe. It's a really fun game, you know. Like right here, I'm not really playing seriously, but this isn't really an event that I'm too bad at. And I don't think the controls are pretty simple. Just go left and right on your D-pad and that, just to go faster. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and you also have 2 minutes to do tricks and that on this halfpipe. Once your 2 minutes are up, depending on how high your score is, you either get congratulated or you pretty much fail. Like right here, he just shakes his head and does a face palm, which I think is pretty funny. And no, I do not want to practice again. Now we're off to do my personal favorite event in this entire game. Snowball Blast! And what do you do in this game? Well, the object of this game is pretty simple. You pelt the living crap out of anybody that you see with snowballs. How awesome is that? That's what I love about this game. You just simply shoot snowballs at all these people that you see. Oh, and on occasion, someone that pops up above the little alcove that you're up and try to go. See, look there, boom, in your face. I hope that kid sneezes snowflakes for a month. But yeah, anyway, this is just a really fun game. I think is a nice break from the skiing and the snowboarding and that. It's just pure fun. Oh, and one thing about this game is you can't hit any skiers that go by because you'll get snow accumulating on you, which you'll see at the bottom of the screen here is your life meter. The more you get hit by snowballs, the more snow gets on you until you eventually turn into a snowman. Now this game does give you power-ups, like right there I just got that shovel which decreases the amount of snow on me. And there's this star right here that gives you unlimited snowballs, which simply just hold down the B button and you just rapid fires all the snowballs at anybody that you see on here. And there's also little packs of snowballs that you see on there that give you 100 more snowballs than what you have. And you can change the direction you're facing by simply pushing the D-pad plus the A button in order to change the direction you're facing. And the higher level you go, the more kids you face. And if you get pelted by snowballs enough, you'll turn into a snowman, like I said at the beginning of this review. But see right here, I'm getting real close, and I'm officially Frosty the Snowman. Oh well. Despite a few flaws, I would recommend playing this game, as I personally believe it's better than Skate or Die, which I will review in the future. This is Tedrick85 speaking. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.